Oh, this is another point of information. Which celebrity females and which male celebrities are friends of mine in Hollywood that don't know who Robert Ray is or that do know who Robert Ray is? Has any of the celebrities had Robert Ray in court? Has any of the court judges ever seen this person named Robert Ray? I'm not Robert Ray. Robert Ray knows I'm not Robert Ray, and I know I'm not Robert Ray either. So, which celebrity supermodels had ever seen me dress up as a female supermodel? How many people have ever seen me in a film as a female? Did you think it was Robert Ray? Robert Ray does not have a scar here or a scar here. Robert Ray does not have the same scars that I have that are in the royal protocol of my identity. And don't forget, the royal protocol is a classified document. It cannot be changed and it cannot be altered. And it's not negotiable either. Do you understand that? It's a growing document in reference to when I get taller. It documents when I get taller. There's certain things that are documented in the royal protocol. But it is a document even when I was a little baby, or when I was little. So in reference to the information, how many supermodels did Robert Ray date or sleep with? How many supermodels lived with Robert Ray? How many modeling shows has Robert Ray been in Europe or Italy or France or England or Russia or anywhere? Was Robert Ray in the movie Ready to Wear? What movies has Robert Ray been in? What TV shows has Robert Ray been in? And then the question is, what movies have I been in? What modeling have I done? What songs have I sang? What songs did Robert Ray sing? That's R-A-Y. That's not Robert Cray. That's not C-R-A-Y. Robert Ray is R. It begins with an R-A-Y. Robert Cray is not Robert Ray. Then there's no way to confuse the two. Robert Cray, C-R-A-Y, is a rhythm and blues singer. Robert Ray is a white person. In reference to the information, which celebrity females stayed with me either at one of my mother or father's properties or at my apartment in California? Which celebrity females that are models or actresses or musical artists that have sang with me? They didn't sing with Robert Ray, not R-A-Y. Which celebrity females spent time at my apartment? Which celebrity females knew my mother? Which people that are celebrities that saw me with my mother and father? Robert Ray wasn't around me and my mother and father. This is a joke. These people trying to play these tricks. And this government man was trying to claim he was holding me hostage until he could figure out who I am. That man has a learning disability very seriously. They need to find out who the government man is that claimed he was trying to figure out who I am by causing damage to my teeth and body. That's a violation of classified documents. It says don't put your markings or your abuses on my body. I'd already been injured when I was little, and I was in a coma, and I had damage on my body from the government. They made specific laws to protect me as an individual in America from anybody attacking me, abusing me, trying to rape me, trying to steal my identity, trying to steal my mother and father's estates, people trying to illegally judge me, as their way of trying to extort or trying to abuse or trying to set up ways of scamming me or trying to block me from my benefits and my rights. They made all these different laws specifically to protect me from all the shit these people tried to do, to try to scam, to try to forge, to try to manipulate in the past. So in reference to celebrity females and actresses or ballerinas or rhythmic gymnastics girls or water ballet girls that know me, or anybody in the Olympics that knows me, in any country or in America, can you please make some YouTube videos or some TikTok videos saying you know me? And you probably don't know who Robert Ray is. I don't know if you do or not, unless you had him in court or you had spoke to them about the hostage situation of me being held hostage and me getting kidnapped from California. You know, basic laws. Why haven't I received money to get back to California? Why haven't I received money to travel to another city and state where my mother and father's mansions are at? Why is the government allowing this hostage situation when they're inflicting damage on my face and teeth and body every day? They're trying to frame somebody? No, you're not allowed to illegally detain somebody to try to frame them, government man. That is attempts of murder. You're not allowed to hold a person hostage and to steal their money or to block them from their properties, such as my mother and father's properties that you've been blocking me from, as your way of trying to murder them off, or as your way of trying to frame them, as your way of trying to dominate their life. And my mother and father had larger mansions than any of these people that are holding me hostage in America. And my parents owned more land than these people. And no land is negotiable. Nothing's for sale. And it won't ever be. I'm the only child of my mother and father, and I'm the owner of the estates of my mother and father. And everybody contesting it must go to jail. That's the facts of law. They're still burning my teeth right now. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 2:26 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date?
It's Tuesday, February 13th.
And the satellite controllers and their games of claiming they thought they would try to burn and mutilate and mess up a person's face or teeth to claim that's how they recognize somebody. Well, that royal protocol in the media says don't ever damage nothing on my body, no matter what you think. And we're going to stick with that law. So every part that they damaged, any parts that they damaged, they face the death penalty for, no matter what. They may not get the death penalty, but those people either get life in prison or the death penalty, or they serve a very long time in prison. So in reference to the government man and his activities of trying to confuse me, this man claimed that he thought he would use a satellite to fuck up a person's teeth and face in his covering of his human testing crimes and his weapons crimes of testing satellite weaponry on my anatomy. The man has to face the death penalty for mutilations and hate crimes and helter-skelter and all his accusations. I am not their child. I am not their race. I am not their property. And these people have to get prosecuted for their crimes of biological weapons abuses in America, in the borders of America, inside the country. It is illegal to be doing these things. And these government people need to get prosecuted for their treason and their biological satellite weapons crimes and abuses and environment crimes. So back to the point, in reference to females or celebrities, and somebody said Vince Vaughn said hello. Hey, I don't know. Vince Vaughn, do you know who Robert Ray is? Does Angelina Jolie know who Robert Ray is? Does Demi Moore know who Robert Ray is? Does Bruce Willis know who Robert Ray is? They know I'm not Robert Ray. Does Brad Pitt know who Robert Ray is? Does Leonardo DiCaprio know who Robert Ray is? Does Eminem know who Robert Ray is? Does any of the Motown singers know who Robert Ray is? Does the Jackson family know who Robert Ray is? Does the Jackson family know who I am? Does Tito Jackson know who I am? Does Janet know who I am? Do they know who Robert Ray is? Because they know I'm not Robert Ray. Does Clive Davis or Quincy Jones know who I am? Does Madonna know who I am? Does Cyndi Lauper know who I am? Does Bette Midler know who I am? Does Barbara Streisand know who I am? Does Barbara Mandrell know who I am? Does Reba McEntire know who I am? They don't confuse me with Robert Ray. Does Walt Disney World know who I am, or are they confusing me with Robert Ray? Because we need to know who is confusing me with Robert Ray. I'm not Robert Ray. And we need to know which people in Hollywood have tried to confuse me with Robert Ray. Because the Royal Protocol in the media is not Robert Ray. Did Robert Ray, did they say that Robert Ray had the same parents as me? Because it clearly shows in the Royal Protocol I have no brothers or sisters. It clearly shows that I am the only child of my mother and father. So everybody should ask, hey, who does it say his mother or he's mother and father are in the Royal Protocol? See if it says Walt Disney and Doris Duke. See what it says. Robert Ray's name's not on there anywhere. And the Mark Ray name is not associated with my biological name, my birth name, and basic information. That's the name that they called me when they held me hostage, when I got first kidnapped. So in reference to the information, I have not received any identification of my birth name. Still being held hostage under the Mark Ray name. Obviously, the records department's not doing their job. And back to the point, which celebrity females stayed with me in my apartment or had visited my mother and father's mansions and Nikki Taylor said hello or something? Does Tyra Banks know Robert Ray? Does Naomi Campbell know Robert Ray? Does Linda Evangelista know Robert Ray? Does Kate Moss know Robert Ray? Does any of the other supermodels know Robert Ray? Does Julia Roberts know Robert Ray? Does anybody know who Robert Ray is? Because they wouldn't confuse me with Robert Ray. There's a lot of other celebrities that know me too, but they can. Any celebrity that knows me can make videos and say something about the situation. I don't think Robert Ray's tied in with these people that are doing this shit. So I don't, but the satellite controllers, nobody's ever called me Robert Ray in my whole entire life except for these satellite controllers. They'll say, well, Robert Ray was in court. For what? I'm not allowed to be arrested, motherfucker. And it tells you why. So what do you think somebody would have been in court for? What was Robert Ray in court for? I'm not Robert Ray. So whatever Robert Ray was in court for, it has absolutely nothing to do with my history. So your government agents need to go into court. And your satellite controllers need to get arrested for intentional mutilations. And you tried to make me look like Robert Ray. And you tried to steal my teeth because Robert Ray didn't have real teeth. My teeth are my real teeth. And my teeth are thicker and larger than Robert Ray's teeth. Because I'm not the same race as Robert Ray. Or the same religion as Robert Ray. And my parents are not the same parents of Robert Ray's parents. So all your satellite controllers and all your government people that tried to confuse my identity, your people need to go into court. And they need to subpoena people into court that are trying to confuse my identity.